Do you have an infinite number of projects and not an infinite amount of money? Well, then you are gonna need a little bit of planning for your year. So hi, I'm Bobbin with Brittany. I'm Brittany Fisher, and I work as a developer for my day job, but I'm also operating as a project manager. So I make a lot of different spreadsheets. I use different tools. And so for my personal planning, I have a Google Sheets document that I just put my whole brain into, set it off. And this is a good time to join me because I just wrapped up January. So I put in the bare bones planning and I found out what worked for me, what I want to beef up with it. So before the planner gets just too big and out of control, because you just start adding new features to things and they just pile up. So we're gonna hop in. It's February 1st now, and I will teach you how to make a Google Sheets planner and some features that you can put in there for your sewing projects. I'm starting off in my Google Drive. This is where I can put different files and organize them that way. So I have the 2024 sewing planner right here that I've started up. Great, so if you're unfamiliar with this planner and how this gets organized, so I have my tab up to here. I have my tab up at the top that shows my sewing planner. And I have these different tabs at the bottom that I can cycle through. So the place that I started first was just the project list. Just dump everything you're working on into one list. You can keep adding as many columns as you need over time, but start off with just naming that project, where it's at in the status. This is not mandatory. I put this size because I have a personal goal for 2024 to make larger quilts, bed-size quilts, and not get caught up so much on the wall hangings and all the table runners. I have so many table runners. People don't want any more table runners from me. So I want to make bigger quilts. So that's why I have this size column here. The context, that's for me just to make sure I'm balanced between being an Island Boutique ambassador and how I'm representative, how many of these are gifts, how many different brands that I work with, and I have some leftover pattern tests that I want to finish up, just so I know where that's coming from and where my time's going. And then the completed date. You gotta be able to organize when those projects are done and check off that box. It feels so good. So here is my project list. Some of this is current, some of this I'm just planning for the future, and I'm at 27 projects just on my radar. Next, I have a tab over here that's for machines, and where's my phone at? I took a photo of each stitch count this morning, and I can put that in the February list. So let's go ahead and let me go put this together. So my Moxie has 1136412, and then I checked on the Capri 912010, and I've been meaning to, when I hit 1,000,000 stitches, update on that Capri. I've had some big breakthroughs with that operation. My Innovis is my embroidery machine. That's got 2813940. And then the Crescendo has 2083286. All right, so these are just stitch counts as of February 1st, and my serger doesn't have a stitch counter on it. I just want to document if I use it or not. Yes, that will be N for no if I don't. I just want to make sure that all my machines are getting an equal amount of love. So now I'm doing, this is where, you know, if I showed you the end result, it'd be overwhelming. So these are just point in time numbers, and I want to know this is equal February 1st minus January 1st, and it knows that I want to do that for all 4 of them, so it auto-filled that. And this is how many stitches I used up that month. So I put 131,000 on my Baby Lock sewing machine, just 13,000 on the Brother and Novus. That's pretty small for me. And then the Moxie, I did two quilts, and that came out to 290 that I used. That's pretty impressive. And the Capri, I just did one little runner, but I had some dense stitching. That's almost 70,000 stitches. So I just, I don't know. I really am a fan of tracking that. So that's how that's gonna go for this month. I'll just, I'll put usage here just to give it some separation and give it a fun little color. Let's do yellow. Move this up. There. Okay, so that is my machine planner section. Also helps me keep track of when things are due for service, and kind of everything is due. It's usually 2 million stitches or 2 years, and it's due. And then this important section is called finance. These are my real numbers. I set a budget at the top, just high level, and I need to go ahead and update. Let's see, I signed up for a block of the month, so I know that that payment is going to start in April. It'll be $35 a month, and then I got the finishing kit. I need to anticipate that I'm going to owe $60 in September. Fat Quarter Shop, that's the FQS, is I got the Cupid box, and then I also budget for shopping with the coupons that come with the box. So I put 140 there, and I've decided to go ahead and do the Sew Sampler subscription. So that's going to kick in another $40 per month from Fat Quarter Shop. It's part of my new strategy to do more of these quilts. Okay, what I love about the Sew Sampler is that it's pre-cut. They give you the pre-cuts, but the pattern uses less than the pre-cuts. So I can use my stash and then use the pre-cuts for something else, and I get 2 projects out of it. So I'm just having so much fun with that. I'm going to keep it. I canceled for January. Oops, that's supposed to be a $40. I canceled for January because I got the Cupid box, so I'm trying to be more intentional with my purchases. All right, and plus I budget $90 for my shopping at Fat Quarter Shop because it's $80 for the free shipping. All right, and then I have my business. Here's what I spent on it. I didn't buy any Amazon, but I paid for tech edits on some patterns. I had to ship a quilt that cost me $19. I have the $7.99 per month that I spend for my administrative stuff. My domain payment's going to be coming due in March. And then at Urban Elements, I bought some pantographs for my long arm. And then my personal spend is just, it's out of control. It's a lot better, but right now I was doing really well. And then I had some impulse purchases. Fat Quarter Shop, this was budgeted and I stayed within budget. But then I bought a part for my machine, and Doug Lecko is doing a Chatsworth quilt along, and I bought his new book. I always buy the new book, and so I need to budget for when he's going to release things because I always buy his new stuff. And then Shabby Fabrics, this was pure impulse buy. I saw a kit on their story. I thought it was so cute, and I bought it within minutes. I didn't think about it, and that one shouldn't have happened, but I have it. So this right now, I'm just in the awareness on where my money is being spent. So now I know better. Like, you're holding me accountable here. And then here's money that I came in. I have not made a lot of money this, and that's expected. People are doing no spend challenges. My Etsy's been flat. Amazon didn't do any sales. And then AdSense, I don't have enough views to generate income every month. And then I'm in the share sale program, and right now it's just with Electric Quilter, and I haven't done enough tutorials on it to get people to buy it with my links. So it's just some contract work. But that should change for February, and these numbers hopefully will balance out eventually. Let's see, I have this IBA tab. That's for my Island Boutique ambassadorship, so that's just for me planning within one specific group. Here's kits that I have, because I forget what I have. So there's more of these, but as I remember them, it's important to just get that out of your head into the spreadsheet. That way it's just there in one place. Wish list is things, again, just I'm juggling in my head, And I keep reminding myself, oh, I want to do that. So now I just have a tab that's just so I don't forget that I want to make this blue-green quilt for my cousin. I want to make an alphabet quilt for my son. I want to use up some jelly rolls. I want to make a rail quilt. That Chatsworth, I just bought the book and they're having a sew along. And then this is just another pattern. I have the fabric picked out for it, but I don't know when I can fit it in. So yesterday I made this calendar, and it's just the months. And the way this works, I have my big rocks, my big goals, and I try to keep this to 3. You can only have 3 big goals, I've found, before you're just it's just a grab for getting things done and tasks, and everything starts to suffer. Just pick 3 top things to focus on for that month. So I have a collectible Christmas subscription. We'll see how that goes for the end of the year. It's taken a lot more time, so it's a big rock for me because I want to catch up on my tree skirt wedges. I know. And then I have a blog hop with Island Boutique, and then my Cupid box came. I want to do those projects. I kicked in the sew sampler again, so that's going to be for March. You get the box in February and then work on it through March. So that's how I've started. And then the block of the month starts up in April, and then we'll see, what shuffles around here. And then I have this list over here that's just, I don't know, I'll just label it list. Just little things floating in my head that are more time sensitive to this. So Dime, that's a machine embroidery site. They have a on the house weekly free embroidery, and I love doing those. I don't have any problems with them. And the Chatsworth Bomb. So I have this listed in 3 different places. I really want to fit it in. And this Mystique quilt. And the rest fits in here. So I had that just planned for the year, just 3 big goals for each. And that goes through my whole list. I keep this open all the time. It's always at the top. So when I make a purchase, I come back over here, add up my finance tab. And as I complete quilts, I'm able to put this here. This grayed out means I finished that quilt. And this is enough to keep me on track with it. It's very satisfying to keep it updated. So if you want to see these monthly updates, see how it's going and what I'm working on, go ahead and leave me a comment. And if you make a spreadsheet and have some new features and ideas, I'd love to hear them. So, all right, you have a great day and happy planning and Happy New Year. Bye-bye.